Pride Month 2026 continues its complete collapse, and now it's a swing and a miss for the MLB. After Major League Baseball decided to threaten players over rainbow caps, the Department of Justice has clapped back big time. Now, all companies across the country are on notice. The U.S. government says forced pride support, well, it's a religious discrimination danger across the nation.
Some boys kiss boys, some girls kiss girls, some boys kiss both, some girls kiss both. Some people don't feel like a boy or a girl. Some people
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again to the Pro Channel. It is so good to be back in the studio. Let me tell you, it's been quite a few days, and we've been doing this, folks, our way. As we made our way across the southeastern area, we want to send a thank you out to everybody in Florida who was so kind. I want to say a big, huge thank you to everybody who's still at ICCCon. Great to see all of you out there. Check out the community post we did on YouTube, as well as the X feed to see photos and all that sort of stuff. Very, very cool times. Let's get to it, though. Click that like button. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, more Pride stuff. And I want to remind everybody, as you're clicking like, as you're subscribing and sharing, we believe everybody on the planet, we're all God's babies, and we believe in respect and dignity and kindness and all of that kind of stuff. But that doesn't seem to have been the mantra of the MLB, Major League Baseball. And now companies, including entertainment companies, are facing, shall we say, a huge governmental backlash, and they may have to pull back all of their stuff when it comes to Pride. We'll explain this out of the AP. MLB warns players about altering uniforms after Giants pitchers add Bible verses on Pride Night. Folks, we covered this the other day, but I just need to say this is what it's still about, okay? So this happened, then the MLB threatened these guys for daring write a Bible verse on their caps. Now, here we are today. NBC News reporting. Minor League Baseball team cancels Pride Night game after players refused to wear the rainbows. Fewer than 9 players on the 28-man roster were willing to wear uniforms that featured a rainbow design on their sleeves, a team official said. So this was growing, and the MLB had no way of knowing what to do, how to stop this, how to stop the revolt, the rebellion that was happening. Now the Hill says that it's metastasized into the government. Poor Major League Baseball. Back when they were just selling Cracker Jacks, this was so much easier. Sophie Brams is writing this one. DOJ opens probe in MLB after Pride Night controversy. It says the Justice Department announced on Thursday that it is opening an investigation into whether Major League Baseball engaged in religious discrimination when it issued warnings to 3 players for wearing caps with Bible verses on them during a Pride Night game. Now, this quote is going to come to us from U.S. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon, who, in all fairness, we want to always be transparent. Ron Coleman, who represents this channel, our legal representative, as well as a frequent panelist, and we love Ron. Ron, I know you're watching. Hope you're having a good day today. Ron has worked in the same firm and worked for Harmeet Dillon, so full transparency there. It says the Justice Department, well, we got that. Swing and a miss, it says. Major League Baseball encouraged players to wear Black Lives Matter on their uniforms, but reportedly threatened Christians who write Bible verses on their hats. Harmeet Dillon, again, wrote in a post on X. The controversy centers around 3 San Francisco Giant players, although I would say now the minor league team too. Pitchers Landon Roop, J.T. Brubaker, and Ryan Walker, who wore rainbow logo hats with various Bible verses inscribed on them during a game against the Chicago Cubs last week at Oracle Park. Now, here's what is so interesting about this. The league has said that they're not allowed to change their uniforms at all. But Dillon argued in a letter to MLB Commissioner Robert Manfred Jr. on Thursday that was promoting a double standard by enforcing the policy against the Giants players, but not against those who previously opted to wear Black Lives Matter patches, which again, I would say is a political statement, right? Not that Black lives don't matter, but there's the argument of, well, don't all lives matter and Black Lives Matter, although that seems like an obvious thing to say, became an organization that was deeply political and partisan. And so people said, well, wait a minute, this is a Trojan horse in terms of, what this says versus what it is behind the scenes. Now, I'm not going to take a position. I'm just telling you that was the drama. That was the drama, eh? It says the civil rights, this is Harmeet Dillon again, the Civil Rights Act prohibits MLB and its franchise from unreasonably burdening the rights of players with religious objections to serving as the league's vehicle for pro-pride messages. Federal law is clear. Employers must modify their uniform requirements to reasonably accommodate their employees' exercise of religion. Now, what is so amazing about this is Marmeek Dillon is essentially saying that pride constitutes a religious statement or a statement against the religion of these players. Now, I think that probably is true, and I'll explain why in just a minute. And for the skeptics out there, hang tight with me. Don't hate me just yet. Let me show you why I think that is. But we go to The Guardian now. The Guardian says Justice Department says it will investigate MLB amid Pride hats controversy. And you need to know this. This is the other part of it. The league has now referred the situation to the EEOC for religious discrimination. Okay? It says the U.S. Department has launched a civil rights investigation into Major League Baseball after the league criticized, you know that, right? Most of MLB's 30 teams celebrate Pride Month with a themed game to acknowledge the LGBTQ. Notice they don't put in the IA plus here. There's a reason for that. I'll come back to it in just a second. The LGBTQ community and its baseball fans during a June 12th game against the Chicago Cubs goes on to talk about what happened. All right? Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Well, I'll read this. J.D. Vance, Vice President of the United States, also weighed in and said, Trump won. We don't have to do this anymore. Republican Senator Josh Hawley wrote a letter to Manfred voicing his concerns over what he termed a pattern of discrimination against Christian players. Now, going back up to this where it says LGBTQ community, this is, folks, this is where the problem occurs. I'm going to show you this. This is a video of a guy or girl, I don't know, dressed in a bear costume explaining Pride Month. There are those out there who say, you know, this is a month that just celebrates loving people and accepting people for who they are and all that kind of stuff. And you may believe that. The problem is that Pride Month, there are so many people now who think of it in different ways, and they believe that it amounts to a religious statement. They also believe, some people, that Pride Month now is a celebration of anti-truth. You see, it's not just that these people view Pride Month any longer as something celebratory of what they view as sin, and you can be mad about that. Don't come at pro. I'm just telling you the situation. But now there's the argument of, okay, it's the IA plus. It's the plus problem that anybody and everybody can get into this thing, and Pride has morphed beyond what it perhaps was in the beginning of celebrate love and celebrate liking everybody and accepting families to anybody and everybody get in here. Now, I'm going to play this video for you because I wanted to play other videos, but I can't. You see, there are so many Pride parades right now from 2026 that I could play that they're so offensive what's happening. They're so offensive what's happening that I can't play it on YouTube. And you all know about this. You all know about the people who ride the bicycles in the buff. You all know about the kids and the indoctrination. You all know about the rampant, overtly displays of physicality, right? Of a sensual nature. You all know about that. This happens, right? Go downtown in Portland or Seattle, right? Go downtown in San Fran and you'll find it at these parades. You know about this. This is the best I can do, and I want to show you why these players view this, and apparently the DOJ does as well, as religious discrimination to force people to celebrate Pride. Here's the video.
Some boys kiss boys. Some girls kiss girls. Some boys kiss both. Some girls kiss both. Some people don't feel like a boy or a girl. Some people don't feel like a boy or a girl. Well, some people don't feel like humans. But you are. And that's the problem. This is where Pride has now become, it's not just, okay, because people already had a problem with the idea of you want me to celebrate for a month and endorse for a month your bedroom preferences or who it is you would like to get it on with. Now it's a basic reality test, right? This is do you believe in objective truth or do you believe in the narrative, right? Your inner monologue. No matter how wrong it might be. You think you're a squirrel? You're a squirrel. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the plus part of this. Some people kiss everyone. Some people kiss no
I'll guarantee you some people do not kiss everyone because I am not on the roster for that.
one. Some people are still figuring it out. And none of that changes your life at all. So instead of being mad that people are happy, you could try something new and mind your business.
And that is what the DOJ is saying to the MLB. Thank you, person in a bear suit, for explaining that. I think it's a bear, right? And the companies are in a strange place because here's Pink News. They're celebrating that Buzz Lightyear is having a good time at Disney. I'll explain why this has an impact on what we're talking about with the DOJ. No music, please, but here's Buzz. And they say it's at Walt Disney World. I cannot figure out for the life of me where this would be at Walt Disney World, but it does look like Disney. I think it's Hollywood Studios based on the lamp. But he picks up the fan, and you never know. This may be from a year ago or something. Now, this cast member playing Buzz, I'm sure they won't get in trouble, although they're not acting as Buzz would probably act. They've taken on a different persona, and I think that's a problem. But they won't get in any trouble. This is voluntary. Right? They decided that as Buzz Lightyear, they were going to do what they wanted to do. The issue for the MLB and these other companies, and maybe Disney in the past, you can't force people to celebrate Pride now because Pride has become, according to the U.S. government, a religious litmus test. Right? It flies in the face of those who believe in objective truth. At least if you believe that, hey, there are boys and girls, there's humans, right? The problem here is not only what happens at the parades, but now celebrating Pride means that you're endorsing the idea. Because of the plus, you're endorsing the idea that a man can become an armadillo, a manadillo, if you will. And we don't believe here on the Pro Channel in manadillos. I don't believe in it. I don't support manadillos. I don't know if you do or not either. But DOJ says you don't have to be okay with manadillos anymore. Gabe Laquez is writing this for USA Today. This just broke, so we're going to include it at the end. Giants players are responding to the DOJ Pride Captain investigation, claiming they're not being discriminated against. And I'm going to explain why they're doing so. It says, hours after the Department of Justice announced an investigation in Major League Baseball and after the league warned 4 San Francisco Giants pitchers about altering their caps on the team's Pride night, 3 of the pitchers said that they did not feel discriminated against by Major League Baseball. Relievers J.T. Brubaker and Ryan Walker wrote a Bible verse on the Rainbow Giants logo. Sam Hinches did not write the hat at all, or did not wear the hat at all, for the team's June 12th game. The 3 told the San Francisco Chronicle that they didn't feel a warning from MLB for defacing their uniform constituted discrimination. Quote, at the end of the day, I don't think it's discrimination, reliever J.T. Brubaker told the Chronicle. It's just people getting a hold of something and turning it into something. Now you might say, Pro, obviously these players, they don't care. Let it go. The DOJ needs to let it go. This is too much. Just move on. If the players don't feel discriminated against, then it's time to keep on going. Well, folks, I answer that simply this way. Do you think these players feel immense and tremendous pressure from their employer to help squelch what's happening? And do you think these players, do you think that these guys who just simply wrote a Bible verse, do you think that they wanted to now be the Rosa Parks of, boy, that's going to make some folks mad, but we'll say it, the Rosa Parks of Christian opposition to Pride Month? You think they want to be in the history books for that? No, of course not. Do you think they want to be the leaders in all of these corporations finding out you can't force your employees to support Pride because now it's seen as a religious statement because it actually is taking on a position in terms of what you believe about objective truth? No, they don't want to do that. So listen, it does not surprise me whatsoever that these guys under that kind of pressure are saying, no, I just wanted to write a Bible verse and say, I didn't support this. That's all I wanted to do. Please let me out of this. I understand it. It's immense pressure. It's more difficult than pitching in the 9th inning with a no-hitter because the eyes of the entire nation are on these guys. All right, folks, that's the story for today. That's where we'll leave it. Pride Month is in decline. You can't make, though, now your employees be supportive of Pride. You can't force them to endorse Pride. Right or wrong, you decide. Let me know in the comments down below. Remember, our job is to report this to you, but this will have a major impact on entertainment and on the sports leagues because now that will morph beyond Pride, and anything that has a religious or political nature to the messaging, no longer enforceable, at least for the next 2 years under this administration. Companies will think twice, they'll think thrice, and they'll say, no, we like it very nicely, not being under the watchful eye of the EEOC, which, by the way, folks, is one of the few things these companies fear. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here, and whatever your side is on this, we hope you had a good time on the video. Hope that we came across truthfully, honestly, kindly, generously, and gave you the truth with a capital T, because in the end of the day, that's right, your pal Pro does believe in truth, objective truth. We hope you do too, because it's real, and it'll help you navigate this world if you do. All right, like, share, subscribe. Folks, we got more content on the way. 2 more videos today, and then more on the way the rest of the weekend and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Oh no. Lauren's gonna be sad again. He's texted me last night about how bad the Odyssey's gonna be. That guy needs a pick-me-up.
Ah, Lauren's feeling down in the dumps again, huh? Sounds like he's feeling forlorn. Nice setup, Floral.
Wilton, don't you have a bridge to haunt or something? Leave Lauren alone. He's not even here to deal with your nonsense.
Well, 'cause he's all alone. There's no one there beside him. I bet he's just lamenting about his boring life. You know, he probably needs WDW Pro to give him some good news. Like that Jonas was fired.
You're a pest, you know that? Lauren's fine. He's probably just, like, nervous or something. He's not sulking or anything.
Sulking? Oh, actually, he's probably just languishing. Picture it. Lauren staring at the movie screen, lamenting that he has to be there. And then the film ends, and like a Christmas ornament that fell off a tree, he's shattered.
You're weird.
You know, I should troll the WDW Pro comments that Lauren's so down he's... Wait a minute. Lauren's so down, he's practically Lawrencescape art.
Yeah, and I'd be thrilled if you'd leave and do that. For a few hours. Actually, it'll help Pro in the algorithm by you leaving comments, or noise, or whatever, on all of Pro's videos.
Noise? I am a maestro of mirth. Lauren's my new canvas. Like a mom folding laundry. Oh, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the next TPP article and get launched into the stratosphere of information. Nobody wants to be lonely. Everybody hurts sometimes.